Hello, this is Clement, Chief Architect and Co-founder of Wavefront, and I'm here to talk to you about anomaly detection. As you might know, Wavefront recently launched a new feature called the AI Genie, and it's a very easy tool for people to experience the power of artificial intelligence as well as machine learning in the Wavefront platform. You could actually try it today. Wavefront, go to any chart that you see, and you could actually click the button Open AI Genie. A new window would pop up, and that's our current iteration of the AI Genie, which we are obviously very excited to be continuing to be working on. But what is available today is the anomaly detection piece as well as the forecasting piece. Today I'm going to talk about the anomaly detection piece, and it's actually somewhat related to forecasting. So if you're familiar to Wavefront, you know that Wavefront internally has a couple of forecasting features available, such as hot winters, ARIMA, and also a generic forecast function that automatically detects whether it should be using ARIMA, hot winters, FFTs, and pulse signals, just to give you a reliable forecast. So the anomaly detection piece that we are shipping today is what is technically a univariate anomaly detection capability. So what it means is it's actually analyzing the time series and using its past behavior, trying to detect if it's deviating from its norm. Now, you could say in Wavefront, you can do a lot of this with the language itself. But I've talked to a lot of customers, and they oftentimes they said, it's difficult to craft a good expression to really capture anomalous behavior if the data is quite novel. For example, like I don't really know what the data is capturing. Maybe it's a business metric, or maybe it's a new service that you've launched. Or the user is not actually able to understand how to use the Wavefront language yet, but they want to experience kind of a magical moment. And the feature that I particularly talk about is really a magical feature, because oftentimes we've demonstrated this to users, and it's really a feature that you have to try in order to believe. So I'll try my best to kind of describe what it's doing here, but I implore viewers to just go to the Wavefront platform and just click it and see what you actually get. And the computer may actually find certain things that you don't know before about your system. So in this particular graph, I'm showing a particular time series. It's the green line in the middle. And with our ability to detect and analyze historical data using AI and ML techniques, we're able to figure out what is the expected interval that the data should fall in at each time slice. So you could imagine in this particular case, the data is deviating from its historical behavior, and it's exceeding what we think is the expected area where the data should be landing. So this is the capability that Wavefront offers in anomaly detection, which is to point out how anomalous a particular time series is in a rolling window fashion. So what that means is Wavefront is analyzing the time series data over time and using past expected behavior and the current behavior of the time series, telling you whether the data looks bad. It doesn't really imply that somebody has to immediately look at it or address the problem, but it's pointing you out that something is anomalous. It's not behaving like its historical behavior. So there are a couple of options that you could choose from the AI Genie. Again, pick a chart, click a query, open the AI Genie, and by default, the option is to highlight the anomalies. So what that means is you would actually get a chart, and instead of seeing all the colorful lines that you traditionally see, Wavefront would point out to you, and this is the part that's very difficult to probably point out in a light board, just the area of the chart that is exhibiting an anomaly. So in this particular case, I'm trying to use dots to represent kind of dimmed out regions which we think are non-anomalous, and colorful regions where there are anomalies. We also inject events, so you could actually see kind of shading in the back when there is an anomaly. Another option that you could choose, and you could choose either or both of these options, is to actually filter just the bad series. So you could imagine that in this particular chart, maybe you have a whole bunch of other time series going on, and you actually don't, it's completely covering all the the data that's anomalous. So what that checkbox does is to, again, instantly reveal just the series that are anomalous. So in this case, those two series will just be instantly filtered out. And you could just use your mouse and hover over it. Now you could, as I said, this particular mode implies that you shut off the highlight anomalies feature. So this is just filtering out the good series, so you could just look at the bad series. You could have both of them checked, and what that means is the earlier diagram that I was showing, where the non-anomalous regions were faded out, would also be the visualization for just the bad series. So all of that is really good because what we have time and time find in our trial customers is they go to a chart and it's a whole bunch of time series, and they want to figure out what is the thing that is not behaving according to its past behavior. It's kind of like finding Waldo. And then you basically turn on the AI Genie, and instantly the non-anomalous regions or non-anomalous series are dimmed out. Or you could click filter just the bad series, and instantly all the bad actors are presented to the user. So it's a very useful debugging tool to figure out what might be going wrong in your system. But as with anything in Wavefront, not everybody has all the time in the world just to be looking at charts and turning on the AI Genie all the time. Although obviously we definitely want you to try it out and give us feedback. But all of this is actually captured in alerting as well. And what that means is when you're in the AI Genie in the anomaly detection section, you could actually just very easily say, this looks good. It's telling me the things that are anomalous, and I want this to be an alert in Wavefront. What that means is Wavefront will continuously be checking the time series that you're looking at, continuously checking for anomalies based on the parameters that you have specified, both the sensitivity and also the historical window that you're pulling in. And then whenever there's a deviation, which we have shown, the areas that are anomalous, we will generate things such as emails, or even things such as PagerDuty. So you could actually get alerted immediately without actually understanding, what thresholds to set, what are the historical behaviors, should I be comparing with a week ago, a day ago, a month ago. And very easily, you could have Wavefront monitor your most critical APIs and be alerted to any deviations from the norm immediately, very easily. So encourage everyone to give it a try. It could be infrastructure data, it could be business KPI, it could be your app metrics. Pull that into Wavefront, click the AI Genie, and tell us what you think. Thank you.